Hello. Today we're going to talk about depression. Depression is a poor understood condition. It is very isolating. But before we do that, let's talk about what depression is not. Depression is not a character flaw. It is not a weakness. It is not something that people should be ashamed of. It is usually caused by a situation or many situations in our lives that no matter how many times we try to change it, we cannot. It's as if we have hit a wall and we keep going against it. We want to change, but we can't. We feel that the situation is futile, that it serves no, that it's ineffective. Everything that you do is ineffective, that there's no fix to it. And this affects the self-esteem, creates anxiety, resistance to futility, creates big separation. So, what's the root cause of this? The root cause of depression is there's not one, but there's what we have identified is approximately 64 emotions that you got to deal with for depression. And usually the people who come to us for something dealing with depression is not the individual themselves. It's more the parent that comes to us. Because it's kind of hard to identify that you're depressed when you're depressed. And the parent comes to us and they say, my child is not behaving normal. And they have done everything already. And then they hear about me and my master students. They hear about us, our services, and they usually will hire us for it. Your family member doesn't even need to know that you have done this, because we can work remotely, and we do that. I had a client whose son was withdrawn. He was withdrawing into himself. He had an accident. The first clue was that he had an accident. He didn't tell anybody. And then little by little, she started noticing that the son was withdrawing. He wasn't attending family functions, wasn't his normal self. So when she came to me, she told me what was going on. I worked on him remotely without him, with permission of his mother, permission of his higher self. And then she said within the day, he was back to calling her and attending family functions. Within a week, he attended a family dinner. But see, you have to release that energy that's getting you stuck. When you feel that you're stuck in one place, you cannot recognize that you're stuck. It's got to be somebody else who does it for you. And luckily, this individual had a parent who cared enough to have him being worked on. There is help. Doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to take a long time. But it's time to think outside the box. And with that, see you next time.